Did you just decide that you were gonna like put him on the spot all of a sudden? What's going on, everybody? YouTube Saints, how you doing? How's your balls hanging? I hope you guys are well out there. Everything broke tonight. Everything broke, and yeah, that you nailed that one. He just does that naturally. Hang on. Apparently they can't hear you. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so like, okay, maybe that joke was gold, but they'll never know because they couldn't hear it. Like I was saying, everything broke. Everything broke.
I'm about ready to go get a fucking hoodie and just turn this like sex offender outfit I'm wearing into a straight up Unabomber costume.
I swear to God, man, everything broke tonight. Everything. Like I'm trying to learn this mixer program so I can actually pipe the audio into them, and I fucked it up.
Well, you know, it's a funny thing because we were even saying actually when it comes to like the tech giants of the internet, as we've learned, even when they're not being evil, anytime they release a new thing and they say, "Hey, we've made your experience better," that means that lots of things that you like aren't going to work anymore. And I think it's easy for us to forget that we can get that same experience when it comes to hardware too. It's like, I'm going to get better hardware and everything will be better. Oh, nothing works now.
How come normal people don't work for like public relations for companies? Like normal people that talk like us. Like just once I want some tech company to come out and have their public relations guy just come out and go, "Hey, we released a new update, so we're about to fist fuck you guys."
So, you know, listen, we're trying to do good, guys.
Sorry.
We're trying to do good, but we're gonna fuck the world up for a little bit here, your experience, you know, but it's okay because we're gonna say that it's still free, and eventually we'll patch all these things once you've complained enough to tell us why this update sucks. So Welcome to the updated YouTube Saints. We've updated to Friday, and as a result, I don't even know if any of you can hear me right now.
Nah, they can. They can. I fixed it.
Just gonna well, I mean, we all started.
Am I fucked up now? Did all
no,
my jokes
no. You guys are fine. You guys are fine.
Okay.
I don't know, but for some reason you sound like a Muppet. I mean, it might just be my settings, maybe.
Yeah.
I just put everyone to helium.
Yeah.
It makes live streaming with strangers much more entertaining. But holy shit! I actually hang on. I need to write that down.
You know what, Nick?
Just on my own side, changing
okay.
settings.
Okay. Back me up on this, Magog. Nick should keep the stash. What do you think?
I honestly think it works. I mean, you look like a man who belongs on like River Monsters.
Yeah,
like you look like you've done some noodling in your time. I'm saying.
Well, it was funny because I did this for this video promo that I got in my head. I'm like, yes, I want to do that, and I also casually mentioned that I wanted to honor our dearly departed Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
With the impossible stash. I kind of think I pulled it off with what I have to work with, but more the fun part was after I was done filming everything and after my daughter left and she was finished making fun of me. She did a lot of that today. Yeah, I was walking down the street and I kept getting these kind of strange, and I didn't even have the hat or glasses on or nothing, but I just kept getting these strange glances from people and I couldn't remember why. And then I realized, I'm like, oh, wait a second. That's right. I look like a sex offender.
Yep. Yeah, you look like you have a one-eyed bulldog at home.
You see, guys,
you look like you drive a truck and only listen to one song, and it's that windshield wipers flapping down the window.
This is the problem.
Yep.
This is the problem you have with being friends with people like this, because it was actually Magog here recently who was telling me, like, hey, you know, create characters and such. And then I went and did it, and it turns out they're all like extended family of his.
Oh,
I'm fucking angry that you look like my cousin's cousin.
you look like you could wrestle a gator.
I can fuck a gator in this. I mean, like, I'm half Florida.
Nick, are you driving your life away?
You look like the fucking. You look like.
I'm glad I went. No, listen. When I
God
sat down, I went all in for this. I went all fucking in.
Yeah, man.
And this is paying off.
He looks like the guy who stands at the back of every crowd at a concert, no matter what the music genre is, and yells "Free Bird."
Mm-hmm. He looks like the owner.
It's about to get better. It's about to get better.
He looks like the owner of a junkyard that the postman's fucking wife cheats on him with.
Now here's the thing: you see the ponytail, but then
God.
you wonder, is there anything left up here? That's why I wear the hat.
Yep.
How's it going? Yeah.
There's only one thing you got wrong. There's only one thing you got wrong. They do that here in the South. I've seen guys with ponytails that wear the hat.
Oh, they have no hair.
They put the ponytail through the back of the hat.
Through the loop. Yeah.
You know, through the loop.
I got it. Listen, this whole thing, it's a work in fucking progress. Honestly, like
when you inevitably do get a haircut, before you like get it all the way, you have to get a mullet. You have
fuck yeah.
And
I'll get a mullet and I'll grow fucking mutton chops at the same time.
Yeah. And recorded like a few videos with that.
No,
and then,
see, I'll record videos at home, but the problem is that here in Manchester, like, if I was to go out looking like that, then people would just think, oh, didn't I go to high school with you? I mean, for like, you know, that whole year and a half I was there. You remember that? Yeah, no, sorry. This is a costume. I'm sorry. I dressed like everyone you know. Like everyone at your work site.
We're lucky Nick could join us because hunting season's coming, and it's very busy. He's very busy.
You look like you teach fucking like second grade music.
Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, that's why the Sam Adams hat is so important. See, it's a matter of like, you know, really going for the character, and that's what I'm doing on YouTube these days. I'm really going for that character. I'm taking that low res Wonder Bread approach, in which I'm like, you know, if I tell them it's a character long enough, they won't think I'm just an unapproachable weirdo.
I may play a goddamn wizard on YouTube, but I'm a proper fucking redneck. I was raised in the South, born in the South, and I'm telling you right now, if you had called me before this show and been like, dude, I'm doing a redneck character, any advice, I could have helped you out a little bit, because you look more like what Hollywood thinks a redneck is.
Yeah.
No, you don't even have a MAGA hat.
No. Here's the thing, though. It's like you're still talking Southern redneck. Now I'm talking. This is what somebody from New Hampshire looks like. This is what somebody from upstate New York.
Oh,
or
hick.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Well, did I say redneck? I think you were the one who
I said redneck. I thought that's what you were trying to pull off. You're trying to pull off hick. That's a whole
listen. No, I mean, in that case, I guess it's just not coming across. You know, I'm still too sophisticated in my mannerisms and in my speech.
Yeah, you're
to get more sophisticated.
You're a Harvard hick.
The confluence of all of these here coincidences.
All right. If we're gonna be giving tribute to Burt, there we go.
Great.
I wish I had one.
Howdy, y'all. How you doing?
I should be so lucky.
Jeff. Now that you have the hat on, I just want you to go. I just want you deep into the microphone. Just go. The ace of spades. The ace of spades. The ace of spades. The ace of spades. Yeah.
You have no idea what you've just begun. We moved off Jonathan Davis a while ago, but now I can't wait to see the Discord light up like a fucking Christmas tree right now.
Yeah. Dude, let me ask God, man. Fuck.
I'm so happy that Jonathan Davis and Wayne Static had a child before Wayne died.
God damn, dude.
Take this. This is a day of multi-layered jokes, y'all. Welcome to the new Saints.
Welcome to the internet, Jeff Static.
Fuck. Wait. Jeff Static. Does that mean that I took my mom's name?
It's hyphenated. It's your full name is Jeff Static Davis.
The worst thing is,
I'm assuming some gender here. I was assuming that right. Wayne was the wife, you know.
This is going to lead to the worst fan fiction I'll ever get paid to read.
Speaking of fan fiction, we have some fan fiction to read tonight.
Oh, we do.
It's a
good thing I don't have a keyboard anywhere to activate anything. I'm surely in the studio. I mean, well, I don't know. I mean, I could do creepy cable sex offender in this costume for the right price with the right.
I need to grab it real quick, actually. So I gotta actually like take you guys off the screen for a second.
It's like the one time I'm not going to admit to being a method actor. It's like, hey, just answer one question. Are you still allowed on public transportation? That's a complicated answer.
Wait a minute. Where did that go? Mouth. Oh God, Jesus Christ! I swear to God, for some reason, like Discord's interface with OBS is such a piece of shit. Like, it's terrible. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Mouth said that there was some erotic fan fiction, but I am not seeing it. So I don't know.
I'm like misaligned in the TV too.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So Mouth, if you're watching and there is that fan fiction, you need to send it to my Twitter DMs right away.
Oh goodness, yes, and everybody needs to go tweet this out. It's like it's a monumentous thing. It's the least professional live stream because we never miss a day.
How come y'all always invite me onto the fucked up stream?
No, if you want to be on a fucked up stream, wait until like Jeff goes on vacation and I have to run this shit.
That's
that's what y'all do. I think the first time I came on, I was in character, and it was right before y'all went to VidCon last year. Not this year's VidCon, but the first VidCon.
Are you trying to say things got weirder after that?
Yeah, and then things just got weird. Then you guys had me on. In character again, I believe. And didn't I do one show where I was out of character? I can't remember.
Yeah, you've done one with. I think it might have been a midweek. But yeah, I mean, you've been on the show. You've been on the show as human, not Magog.
Yeah, man, I should have been Magog. Y'all should have gave me more time, more heads up.
Well, apparently, as you can tell, like, you know, we took a lot of care in putting this together.
Yeah,
because he's got a cowboy hat on. You look like a hit. Been Magog. We could have looked like a wrestling group, man. We could have been like we could have been NWO .2.
But I will say, in our defense though, that promo, it was fire.
Yeah,
that was actually good. It was.
You didn't even see it. Yeah. But yes, that was my focus today. And then Jeff's like, I need the sheet. And I'm like, oh yeah, we need a show.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it is nice.
I just like to announce that Bar 2 in the chat says also Magog is the reason I watch the Saints. So I'm just throwing that out there. You know,
I know it sure as fuck ain't me. So thank you, Magog.
Well, so you're killing it though lately. How is Morskar Village going?
Oh, the village is a ways away. I've got to build the studio first.
Oh yeah,
well, you're clearing the land though.
If you follow me on Twitter, I have cleared the land.
Yeah, I was looking at the like you rented backhoe and shit like that, and
no, I paid a guy for that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't gonna try to do the big heavy stuff on my own, but I was out there helping him cut down the brush and burn it while he was pulling trees down.
Damn.
And sure enough, man, he didn't even use a chainsaw.
They just knocked him down with that fucking thing?
Yeah, no, the caterpillar had a claw on it instead of a bucket.
Yeah.
And he just grabbed a tree and ripped it out.
He's just running around. He's just running around in a mech, basically.
Yeah, he just ripped a tree because we only wanted the pines taken down. And pines don't have a root system. They just have a tap root. So you can literally knock them fuckers over. You know, and he was just ripping them out of the ground and throwing them with the caterpillar.
That's badass.
I had a midget Gundam come through and clear some land for me. That's great.
So real quick, just to make sure we're all caught up, Tyler and Sabrina, Paul, Jeff tell Mems that Seattle Cider Co. has pumpkin spice cider out now. It's pretty good. I'll let her know when she gets home, yeah. They also said, Nick, get a P.O. box or something so I can send you beer and booze again. I should be picking up your bottle of beer schnapps tomorrow. Cool.
I'll open it this week.
Addy Monster RC, RIP to the greatest mayor Steelport ever did have. Steelport. Why do I know that? Is that a video game reference, or is that did like the Steelport mayor actually die?
Got me. Sounds like a tribute.
Damn.
Yep.
Also, Addy Monster says Nick looks like a Weekend at Bernie's sequel. Yeah, dude, you do look like fucking Bernie.
Yeah, no, I look like a corpse. There we go.
Yeah. Well, you are really pale in that light.
That's true.
Yep.
That's it's like, you know, they say the studio they say the studio lights and the camera can take away 10 to 20 years of your life.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's just you.
Anna Hot Hearts asks, where's the windowless van, Nick?
If it's cheap enough on Craigslist, I'll buy one.
It's down by the river where it should be.
No, they're great too.
Down by the river.
I'll go out trying to make like guerrilla films and shit, and I'll be like, no, it's the production van. It's like, you dare call it that? My God, how many layers of awful are you trying to get to?
How many boxes of candy you got in the back of a motherfucker?
So they
say,
like,
how many congressmen's emails do you have?
That's right.
You know what I've actually found so far is the hardest thing about producing a bigger show that's for a more mature audience that I'm going to be able to offer on my own website, so I don't have to follow any rules. I can do what I want. Is trying to talk girls into showing their titties on camera.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I want to. Yeah,
that's right. Okay.
I want to do a Game of Thrones parody with a lot of nudity and shit. It's not working out.
Okay, that's a really good. Wait, what? Okay, I'm into it. So Addie's reference was Burt Reynolds played the Steelport mayor in Saints Row Third. That's right. I knew it sounded familiar. I was just wondering if it was like a reference to like Nick looking like some weirdo character from Saints Row or what.
Well, listen, just because, real quick, because we're on the topic of sex offenders, and also because I heard something different in my head when Magog said his last statement. I thought something was going to come out of his mouth akin to like the hardest thing about the Catholic Church is the priests. Ooh. Anyway, Jeff, you were saying.
Oh, damn.
Hardest thing about being Catholic is the priest.
The hardest thing. The hardest thing about being a Muslim is the rocks.
I
hate myself for that one.
I tip my promotional hat to you, sir.
One Canuck says,
can we just acknowledge the fact that a religion still exists where people still stone people to death?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Like with all the modern technology, there still exists a theology that's all like, grab rocks, everyone.
All right, save it for nightmare fuel, there, Magog. How about that? Save it for Reese, will you?
We need to kill this motherfucker. What do we got? Rocks? Yeah, fucking rocks. All right, cool.
A lot of rocks in the desert. I don't know if you know this.
They're resourceful people without a lot of resources. That's what.
It is. People are always like, why are Muslims seem so angry? And then one of my friends went, it's because of the geopolitical landscape that's been happening in that region of the world for the past 2,000 years. And there's cultural clashes and all this and this and this. And he's describing all the intricacies between the different branches of the Muslim religion or the Islamic religion. And then it was my turn to answer. And I was like, it's because it's hot and there's not a lot of water.
Mm-hmm. Classic fucking answer, man.
Yeah.
Classic answer. I mean, the classic atheist refrain is like, where do most of our religions come from? Prophets. Well, that's a really nice way of describing a dude who wanders out of the desert saying that he's seen magic shit. That's it. Hey, yeah, I mean, it's like, hey, somebody happened to get that good mound. I wonder, Jesus gave a Sermon on the Mount. I have to wonder, Well, what about the guy who had a different sermon on a slightly smaller mound no one gave a shit about? What if he had all the answers?
That's why I kind of slightly, at least in some general way, respect TV evangelists because their profit is money.
Right.
And at least they're honest about it.
Yep, they don't hide it at all. No, they're just brutally fucking honest.
At least they're fucking honest about it, you know?
And their mound is
God wants me to
give me
$20,000. Let's raise $20,000 tonight. My jets get old.
The
spoke me last night.
Yeah, the jet story. I think I almost like there was a part of me that loved seeing that because I'm like the kind of brazen like nuts you need to straight up say as a minister, a man of faith, and all that. Like, God wants you to get me this private jet. To say that with a straight face and then make it happen. Hats off to you, man. I mean, well done.
What was the movie? There was a movie in the 80s with Steve Martin played a preacher, a revival preacher that would go around and like heal people and stuff, but it was all a scam.
Yeah. No, that was a really, really fucking good one. I don't even need to look at Leap of Faith.
Yeah, that was
Leap
it.
of Faith,
yeah.
yeah.
You guys remember that, right? Like, because I can remember, like, he put a little sponge on his hand in the shape of a cross and had a chemical on it, so when he touched people on the head, they had a little cross.
Yes.
And everybody thought he was, like, legit and stuff, and then one day he actually, like, some crippled kid actually stood up, and it, like, blew his mind, because he was like, like dude, I remember that movie, dude. I remember.
It's a Steve Martin film, dude. You have to remember it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them. I mean, there are definitely some that are. I mean,
well, there were some that were garbage, but I mean, like watching a shitty Steve Martin movie is often still better than watching an average modern flick.
A modern comedy, at least.
True.
Like,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. A lot of Steve Martin movies are shit, so I'm not going to disagree with Nick on this one. But The Jerk.
Oh, The Jerk.
That is
what was
that movie? Literally opens with him sitting on a step, dressed in rags. He's like a street hobo, and he goes, "I was born a poor black child."
Yeah. You mean I'm gonna stay this color? Classic. Oh my god.
Yeah.
If y'all haven't seen The Jerk, man, that is a classic.
Nobody respond to this, but rest in peace, Steve Martin.
Fuck off. Let's not start doing that.
I just wanted to see the hashtags is all.
No. God. That's too far.
Yeah. We're still reeling from Burt Reynolds. I mean, the world lost a shit ton of testosterone yesterday.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Oh my god.
I keep waiting for to die, and like I keep hearing that he died, and then he keeps coming back somehow. Is Stacy Keach?
Who the fuck is Stacy Keach?
Stacy's a good actor. Yeah, Stacy Keach.
Yeah, no, Stacy Keach.
He literally played Blackbeard.
He was in almost every, if not every, Cheech and Chong movie.
Yeah.
He was the cop who started out like the hard-nosed sergeant, and then he ends up like getting stoned in the precinct and like getting his lizard stoned. Yeah, I mean, he was the head Nazi in American History X. He's been all over the fucking place. He's like the most famous hair lip.
Okay, yeah. I see.
Yeah. Well, I keep hearing that motherfucker died, and then I keep seeing him pop up in new shit. I'm like, wow, he's still working, being dead. That's admirable. That's amazing. That's a real work. That's a work ethic right there.
So speaking of Tim Burton, I did a meme. I put together a meme in Photoshop and tweeted it out.
Yeah.
And I was surprised that like I was the only one to ever do a meme of of Burt Reynolds as Otter Bob from the Cherokee Kid.
Okay.
You guys remember that movie with Sinbad? It was a made-for-TV movie called Cherokee Kid.
I remember that one, yeah.
And Burt Reynolds was in that film, and I love that film because Burt Reynolds. When he comes into the movie, he steals it. I love that whole scene where they're getting drunk, and he's telling him how he could be a mountain man, and he's like, you got to kill a bear with your bare hands. He goes, and I went out and I choked this bear, this big old grizzly, and I popped his eyeballs off with my knife, and I slit his throat. And then Sinbad's all drunk. He's like, I'm gonna go get a bear. And he goes leaving, and fucking Burt's like, son, Isaiah, come back. I was just joking. I didn't just use my hands. I had a gun.
I know that movie only because I was on this like quest for a while where I wanted to try and watch every movie that had Sinbad the actor in it. I don't know why. I don't even want to try and explain what I was doing. But
were you trying to find the one where he plays a genie?
Never found it. Still looking.
That's like the Mandela effect. Like people get really confused. They think that Sinbad played a genie, and it was actually Shaq.
Yep, it was Shaq. They think it's like a Sinbad movie called Shazam.
And
it was
the Shaq movie called
Kazam.
Yeah.
Kazam,
yeah.
I remember actually like,
good
watching Kazam. It came out on it. Well, it was on HBO, and it was when it hit HBO. It's like, well, this is on now. I'll watch this as a young person. Wow, this is terrible.
Yeah.
And
I like Shaq, and I respect that he did movies and stuff. But let's not talk about Steel.
No, oh my God, that movie
was bad.
No, it's a masterpiece.
That was a bad movie. That was bad. It was so bad it was good.
It's
like
I'm trying to remember.
It was like an Ed Wood film.
I wouldn't have minded like a crossover sequel, like like Steel versus Meteor Man or something.
A Meteor Man, I remember that one.
That was a good film. That was a fun.
That was a charming film. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Blank Man?
Blank Man was good.
Black superhero movies. Blank Man.
Well, you know what was good about those two though is like they knew exactly what the thing that impressed me with Meteor Man. It knew what it was doing and it knew what it was being, but it didn't rely on that. So it kept trying to be a plucky story the whole way through, even though it was whereas you were, there's no way you're going to take it seriously.
Okay,
but there's
one redeeming factor about Steel, and I wanted to find this to make sure. It has one of the best lines ever spoken out in any movie ever. It was from Uncle Joe, and it was, "Well, I'll be dipped in shit and rolled in breadcrumbs."
yeah.
That's a good one.
Don't get me wrong, it had its moments, but he got like a big ass sledgehammer, and it was a gun too.
Here's a question. Wait,
I was like, really?
He never hit anybody with the damn sledgehammer. He just shot him with the stupid gun.
All right, which was better though, Steel, or the theatrical release of Batman versus Superman?
Steel.
See how quickly that happened.
Yeah.
The theatrical release, because he specifically said, because I've watched the uncut, it was better.
It was better. It was still crap. Yeah. It was still shit.
The Batman versus Superman uncut, like the director's cut, that's like actually adds something to the story. It completes it. They cut too much out for the theatrical.
And the whole thing about it too is that if you have a bad movie, but it's hilariously bad, it's entertaining. But if you have like just this lukewarm dog shit wannabe blockbuster movie, it's a
Justice League
movie. Yeah.
They're just like bad CGI bad guy that. His name, what was his name? Wolfenstein or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah.
No, it was Steppenwolf. The only reason I remember that is because I'm like, is that really the name? Is this an episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure that I'm not aware of?
Yeah. As soon as they said his name, instantly. I like to dream. Yeah, right between the sound machines.
That's why he wanted those magic boxes. He wanted all of his sound machines, and so that he could. He's been trying to stand between them for centuries now. Fucking Wonder Woman keeps fucking that up, and then Batman comes along and does nothing.
Dude, I went to a flea market recently because I like to go to flea markets now and again and see what I can buy for my set.
Yeah.
And there was a flea market down the road in my area that had a jukebox.
Okay.
And it still had all the old discs in it.
Oh, okay.
They wanted like $2,500 for it, and it was all lit up. They had it plugged in so you could see it still worked.
That's way too expensive.
And they it was an old one, like a collector.
No,
like it had the big neon lights on it. It wasn't some modern one.
You could sell that.
Steppenwolf was one of the songs, man. Magic Carpet Ride was one of the songs. I was up in that flea market. I went click, and it went.
rad.
Yeah.
I like to dream. Yes,
Right?
it's right between the summer's tree. I love that shit.
Well, it's fun too because like you see those old machines work, and that's amazing. And then like you remember when you were like a kid and you were impressed by the CD jukebox that had the 3 CDs spinning, so it reflected that hologram light. It's like, whoa, that's science right there. That's why the music comes out, is because there's all science inside. That's great. Right. And then you grow older, learn how everything doesn't work well and sucks, and then you're like, whoa, hang on, this ancient machine has a vinyl copy of Magic Carpet Ride that still plays when I tell it to. What manner of wizardry is this?
I'd never buy it because I have a computer with like every song ever made. I don't need a jukebox, but I thought it was very interesting to see a jukebox in a flea market that was still fully functional and all the neon lights worked and everything, you know.
You realize that's how like our children will see MP3 players. They're gonna be like, "Wait, it's
already happened." You know how many Zooms I've seen at the?
Oh yeah, the fucking.
Let's face it, Zoom did not do well.
What this is, and that's it. It's not even the. I don't even think it's the proliferation of the cheaply available shits that like your friends would get for $400, $300, or whatever they'd spend. Right, the big expensive ones. They'd be like, "Yeah, man, it's got like 32 gigs on it." Whoa, it was fucking mind blowing at the time, but it's actually the fact that like those old school iPads, like the nice old ones, like made of metal, some aluminum, and had like the wheel that you could spin your finger on. The original iPods sell for thousands of dollars right now.
Well, that's because they're also connected to like when Steve Jobs came back.
True.
Oh, regardless of what, well, I mean,
you know, like it was a big historical thing when Apple brought Steve back and he come out on stage with the turtleneck and was like, "I want to show you 1,000 songs that can fit in your pocket." And it was like this huge historical moment in tech, you know. And it's like now we don't even bother downloading our music. We just have like Pandora and shit. Like we just stream it. Like everything's the internet.
Well, those original iPods too, though. I mean, the fact that like you've got the Zunes, you've got all the little digital click devices and shit that have come out, and most of them have died. The only original iPods right now that weren't destroyed in some fashion by users or otherwise, the only ones that aren't working are like a rare defective variety, because at the time they're like, yeah, we're gonna put this heavy ass fucking thing. Great warranty. I don't want to honor that. Fuck it. Just make it play songs. That's all it does.
I have a collection of old original LPs that I picked up at antique shops in Europe. I'd love to sit here on stream and show them to everybody one of these days. Man, I got a stack of them, man. They're awesome.
It's gonna be a really awesome stream.
I even found the White Album.
Yeah.
So somebody has some explaining to do there, Nick.
Oh, who's that?
Look at my fucking.
Look at your what?
I don't know who that is though. Like I'd laugh if I knew who that was.
It's so I did a video today about people who work with InfoWars. That's Dr. Edward Group, the chiropractor who like.
Oh my god.
Yeah, somebody.
No. Because I mean, I will lose the stash eventually. There's no way I'm ever. Well, actually, I'm gonna keep it until my public assistance application goes through in case they want me in for a face-to-face interview.
Right.
But yeah, no, that's okay.
Dude,
yeah,
I'm just saying, if you lived in Arkansas and looked like that, you could easily get a job at Remington.
It'd probably be a really good job, actually.
Yeah, it's a very high-paid job to work at a bullet factory. We have a Remington factory.
So
they pack bullets all day.
Real quick, one Canuck says, "Boys, both great videos today. Also nice Aphex nod. You got it." Giovanna Liviana, my first Pre-Saints episode is a smashing success. For those who missed it, check out KUBARK on my channel later. Tune in next week for episode 2. Dragon of the West says, live from Arkansas, Magog of Thrones. And I also wanted to address that somebody said in the chat. They said I should only take death shots on single $50 donations. The hell you say? No, sir. No. I think I have reasonably priced my slow suicide quite well, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
Yeah, death, a lot of death.
I die more inside in the invisible insides. Every time I have to read, several pages of fan fiction involving you and I. Then I'd say your organs do. Yeah, it is. That's the horror to it. It's well written. It's well written. Nightmare fuel horror show. Pure fucking horror show.
Yeah. It's pretty up
there. Yeah,
actually.
I mean, it did. I can't talk too much. I can't talk too much shit though, because it did give me the opportunity to use that wonderful animal voice that I didn't know I had. Yeah.
Let's see if this fucked up Discord again. Nope, that one's fine, and that one's fine. I thought somebody was sending me fucked up fan fiction, but I guess not. So should we check out some of these articles actually that you picked out, Nick?
Yeah, we should get to the format.
All right, fuck it. All right.
Yeah, you guys can't get me on the show. I'll break the fucking. I start talking. I think
the Friday thing did it too, because when it's a Sunday, it's the Lord's Day. Everyone should be taking seriously what they ought to be taken seriously. And we did that. We honored the Lord Jesus, baby Jesus, for over a year, and now we're on Fridays, and it's like, hey, yeah, this is like our equivalent of going out.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second, yeah. So you guys might notice certain features from the format being absent going forward, but you will also notice new ones coming to fill their place.
It's very true.
And they will fill your places too. So yeah, let's get on to the.
We'll fill all of your holes. So let's see. Let's get to the first one here. We got man fined $124 for kicking Seagull that ate a cheeseburger.
Yup.
This is some hard hitting shit right here, man.
Yeah, I love it too. Well, I love it too because this comes from Hampton, New Hampshire, which is part of the proud 14 miles of seacoast that the supposedly, yeah, this state has 14 miles of seacoast that they are proud of.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and a man, and I've been to Hampton too. The seagulls there are gladiators. If you have food, they will fight you for it.
Oh yeah.
Is that where that video of like a crab holding a knife comes from? Like, do the seagulls
wouldn't
have to
be surprised? I mean,
to...
for all you know, that could have just been like some 14-year-old mother or two on the Hampton Strip at any given hour.
That's true. And
I'm not. Yeah, I mean, when you're done here, if you want something fun to watch, go find Bill Burr's tour of Hampton Beach. He comes out of the back of the club he's playing, and it's a big state. It's like one of the big clubs in the state. Big acts go there. Zeppelin and Floyd have played there in the past. Big, surprisingly big place. But you go out the back steps, and if you look over to the right, you see a whole bunch of water slides. And he loves pointing out. He's like, that's how you know you're playing a classy joint. Come out the side, come out the main entrance here, and you see fucking water slides. You fucking gold diggers. You fucking gold diggers in the steakhouse. You got to get out of the steakhouse. You don't want that. You want a man whose balls smell like chlorine.
Now was this guy fined because of the Humane Society or something? Like,
well, here's how it's written. A man accused of kicking a seagull. So the seagull hasn't maybe filed its statement yet. That tried to eat his cheese. that tried to eat his cheeseburger. Oh, this is fun too. They say at a New Hampshire beach as though there's more than one. That's fun. So yeah, tried to eat his cheeseburger at a New Hampshire beach, has been fined $124. That's how we do it here. We accuse you and then we fine you. Police investigated a report from a bystander at Hampton Beach earlier this summer. New Hampshire One reports the man.
Who gives a fuck?
Oh,
it's
apparently,
a bird.
It's not just a bird. It's probably a protected species because New Hampshire discovered that there was some kind of federal money in protecting seagulls.
Seagulls are not protected. They're rats with wings. They're everywhere.
Listen, you should.
We don't even have beaches in Arkansas. We're a landlocked state.
Yeah, just come up to New Hampshire and see how the family court system works, and tell me they don't take federal money to support the rats and weasels.
Yeah, I'm not fucking joking. Seagulls straight will fly inland if there's food. Like if you drive by any landfill in Arkansas, there's seagulls there.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that blows my mind, though, right? So you take like, all right, take a not a redneck, but a hillbilly, yeah, a hillbilly version of the Jersey Shore. That's pretty much Hampton Beach in a fucking nutshell.
That's called Deliverance.
Yeah. Yeah.
On this next episode of Deliverance.
Just a slightly less music, I'd say, in this case. But no, what I love though is that it in this fucking dumpster fire of a boardwalk shit town, right? You've got bystanders calling the cops because a dude is fighting a seagull over his cheeseburger. I adore this, yeah, but his name is Nate Ranclose. Sorry, Nate, but nobody here thinks. Actually, like I wish you would have beaten the shit out of that bird more.
This is my problem with the Humane Society. I get it; they're trying to protect animals, and a big part of the Humane Society is working in Hollywood to make sure during the filming of movies, animals don't get harmed, right? And I get that, but it gets a little ridiculous. Let's take, for instance, classic film Shawshank Redemption.
Okay, yeah.
There was a scene where Andy Dufresne finds a maggot in his oatmeal, and then the old man's like, "Are you going to eat that?" And he gives it to the old man, and the old man's got a bird in his pocket. You know, the raven Jake, and he feeds Jake the raven, or he feeds it the maggot.
Mm-hmm.
According to the trivia of that movie, the Humane Society would not let them feed a live maggot to that bird. They had to wait until one died of natural causes.
What the fuck?
They had to wait until a maggot died of natural causes before they could shoot the scene where they fed that bird a maggot.
That's a bit much. That's
a bit fucking much for. I mean, I get the Humane Society's like horses or dogs hurt in the making of this film, but a fucking maggot fed to a baby bird. I mean, really? Like,
if I ever produce my own indie film, I will put that disclaimer, like no animals were hurt during the production of this film. But then I'll put an addendum, like, you know, but a raccoon did get struck by the gaffer van just because they could. But I'd already paid them, so that was just for fun.
On the old credit sequence, the side quest, we had a big long fake credits. At the end,
fun to write.
Yeah. And at the end, I put every animal was harmed in the making of this, sponsored by PETA.
Excellent.
Well, here's the fun thing, because either this is an instance of uppity bystanders meet bored cops, or this is an instance in which a guy got a lawyer for something he shouldn't have to have one for, because he reports, right, that he had just returned from getting his cheeseburger and his fries when he was sitting on the sand. He said the seagulls got to the burger, and he spun around with his leg to shoo one away, but struck the bird, and it was a simple mistake. So he's probably got a plea deal right now. A witness said it appeared the bird's leg was injured and that it struggled to fly away and fuck off to the ocean to eat the fish that aren't the cheeseburger I fucking paid for. New Hampshire Fish and Game Lieutenant Adam Cheney says seagulls are protected under federal law.
Oh, Jesus. It's because people have been punching them. That's why the government overreach is getting ridiculous when they're like, we got to do something about people punching seagulls.
Well, this is why the seagulls have gotten so bold to where they think they could just take your fucking cheeseburger.
Pigeons, too. Pigeons will fucking walk right up to you.
Exactly.
They don't fear humans.
That's because they have not been punched in the face enough. They need to see their own
because we stopped
kind.
eating them. I love pigeon.
Fear.
Pigeon is delicious, and sometimes they come with notes attached, like fortune cookies with wings.
We need to teach. We need to make seagulls afraid again.
I just want to I just want to start finding some kind of like paper and ink that can survive like deep frying, so I can write just one word on a note and strap it to a pigeon somewhere in case it reaches that right lucky individual. And I just wanted to read congratulations.
Yep.
So our buddy Mouth, he actually did write an erotic fan fiction. So I've sent you a DM on Twitter there, Magog.
Oh.
I don't know how many people are going to necessarily get it, because not everybody knows who Yada is. But
I don't even know who Yada is.
Yada, here, I'll show you who Yada is.
Suddenly, I'm gonna be the least creepy looking sounding thing on the goddamn show.
Fuck. Where is it? There he is. Okay. Copy image location. This is Yada. Yada is a 5'4" Kang, who I made a video about a long time ago, with such amazing claims like nothing in nature is white. So if you find something that is white, that is GMO. It's got no carbon in it. That's why white people are so evil. It's because they got no carbon in them. Yep.
Yep.
He's pretty amazing.
I like him.
I'm so glad we to invent guns.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to the chat to harass you into reading that thing.
Well, so yeah,
are you talking? You sent it to me later.
I
read this.
I said it to you whenever you're feeling pressured enough to actually read it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe maybe we could like save that for rounding out the show. You know, because we're flipping up the format. We're getting into the news. We're getting into the discussion, the topical shit, the hard hitting shit y'all want to know later in the show.
I'm just cock teasing people on the whole Yada thing, you know.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, you know, I mean, who knows how much they really want to hear our boy actually read that thing. I mean, maybe they could express that somehow. I don't know. But that's we should get back to these New Hampshire fucking seagulls, these endangered species.
Sorry.
But, yeah, so that was the story there. But the next one, I think you can have the next one, Jeff. It has something to do with the beach too. You know, we're coming to the end of summer. I know if you're like me, you probably wish you went to the beach a bit more. But
all right, let's look at this thing. Let me make sure it's in frame.
Now,
boy.
and now you did catch it on the sheet. How I titled this? I was pretty happy. It was a rush job, but yeah.
Let me. I don't know how you. How did you?
Man
tries to avenge Jeff Irwin. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. I got this. Man's penis stung by stingray while swimming in the sea, and creature is still attached when help arrives. Oh boy. Oh wow.
You came up with a really interesting excuse for fucking that stingray.
Oh dear. Oh boy. Yeah, he doesn't look very happy right now.
No, he's had better days, that one.
Guys, it's in my dick. It's in my dick. It is in. Okay, let's read this fucking article. Oh my god.
Wait. I got something. Which one is more deserving of this saying? The stingray or the man?
Okay.
Caught me in live one.
Ooh. Ooh, I think the stingray, honestly. Well, I mean, the stingray's probably gonna die. I don't think they're chucking that thing back. But that guy's gotta go.
I know he's got it. Yeah, this stingray's totally gonna die. I mean, if anybody asks,
put me back in the ocean. Fuck you fucking sack stinger. We're gonna cook you and fucking eat you.
No, you fucking you filthy fucking creature. You're violating God's law.
Part 2 says
shaft stabber.
Most painful. A man was left in agony after his penis was stung by a stingray when he was swimming in the sea. The man was left rolling around on the sand in pain after the animal's barb hooked into his genitals. When he crawled back onto the beach in Sanya in China's Hainan province, the stingray was still attached. The man was visiting the area as a tourist and enjoyed the tropical weather when the freak incident happened on September 1st. That's shitty. That is shitty.
Yeah.
Oof. A video of him shows him lying on the beach before the emergency services rushed to help him. However, they didn't have the appropriate tools at hand, so they had to improvise to fully remove and unhook the spiny tail from the man's penis. Onlookers crowded around him to watch events unfold. Ah! Okay, it's one thing to get a stingray stuck in your dick. It's a whole nother one. Like, a whole crowd of onlookers and tourists are standing around, like, staring at your dick. Like, man, you're fucked.
If like you're gonna end up, if that's gonna be one of your big life events, you're gonna have a stingray attached to your penis. I think it's important that other people be incorporated in that. You know, you don't feel alone that way. You know, they went through it with you.
I really don't think
all of their Facebook friends did too.
I'm sorry, like all the life's problems, all the serious shit that can happen to people. Sometimes I think people really need perspective. I think they need to sit in a room of like fucked up lives anonymous.
Right.
And just hear other people's fucked up shit because that make you feel better. Like I could imagine some guy sitting there in this meeting and he's all like, my wife left me and my dog died, and it sounds like a country song. Right? And then they just turn to this guy and he's like, a stingray stung me in my penis. And then everybody took pictures and put it on the internet. That guy whose wife left him be like, oh shit, life ain't so bad. You know?
At least I ain't got no sea creature stuck to my dick. Oh man. But yeah, in the end the emergency services managed to release the tail. So that's good. That's good.
Now I wonder where the Humane Society would come down on this.
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, well, I'll say he's lucky he's from China, because apparently if this happened on a New Hampshire beach, he'd be fined for assaulting a protected species.
Oh, okay. Although he's clearly in pain, the man is able to stand immediately afterwards. However, he went with the paramedics to hospital for checkup. Witnesses claim the stingray died on the beach.
Yeah. They don't last very long. Honestly,
but then they shouldn't go trying to spear fucking wedding tackle like that.
I saw a video though where a guy he was walking on the beach. He wasn't even in the water, and the tide went down, and a stingray had burrowed itself under the sand. And so when the tide went down, the beach was still under the mound of sand, and the guy stepped on it, and its tail came up and went right through his thigh or his calf.
Oh
yeah. Oh yeah, he stepped on this stingray and it went right through his calf. That tail just hooked up, and it's just fucking.
So if any of you had any to go to the beach and you feel bad because it didn't happen this year, well, don't feel too bad. I mean, you could have gotten stung in the dick or the calf by a stingray. You could have had a seagull steal your food and then bring you up on assault charges afterwards. All kinds of terrible shit could have happened to you at the beach. You were better off just hanging out here on the internet watching us.
In the top stories here for the Mirror, the second one is shark rips off swimmer's penis. Look, if you're gonna go in the ocean, protect your penis. You see, there's a tendency for a man to lose his penis with the ocean. It's a metaphor for how women emasculate men. That's why we need Christianity.
Yeah, there are greater ways to protect your your valuables than just personal shame. For instance, fearing sea creatures. It's a great way to keep your junk inside your trunk.
An actual practical use for 12 rules for life antidote to chaos is put it over your dick and duct tape it in place, and it's dick armor. There you go.
Oh please! All you have to do is read that book in public, and no one's gonna go anywhere near you.
Man, we really don't fucking like that guy, do we?
I honestly it's not even like there was less spite in that joke than there was just like I have to walk through this door. It's open for me.
I appreciate jokes even if we disagree on things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it works too because criticism is it's not Peterson, it's his fans. So.
That's true. It's mostly like the diehards that are worse than him.
Also, too, if you read a book on the train or the bus in a fashion where other people can see the cover, you're reading it so they can see the cover. No one holds a book like
that. People read off of the toilet. It's the only time I fucking read.
No, you're
sitting on the throne.
It's a hilarious thing. You always see pictures of people, usually on a subway train, usually in like New York or Chicago or some shit like that.
These people are like, oh, I read a good hour before I go to bed. I ain't got time for that, Tom.
Yeah, they've got their book. They've got like the book up like this, and it's basically like they're just displaying the cover. It's like, what chapter are you on? Oh, I'm on chapter 4. Ha ha! Fuck you! I read that book. There are no chapters.
I love the book on Amazon. What was it? It was like, how to make communism work or something like that. Oh, and then when you open it, every page just says it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Like, the guy actually created a book.
Wow.
It was like,
I gotta write like I gotta write the 32 steps to establishing the ethno state. And I'll just be like, it'll just be like one page after another, like jerk off and go to sleep. There you go.
Yeah.
400 pages of that. Thank you, Simon and Schuster.
I used to read a lot. Now I just don't. I don't do it.
I don't. Well, unless
like I write instead of read now. I write scripts. I'm busy. You know.
Yeah. Well, you can't read when you're writing. If you're writing regularly, reading is a dangerous ass thing to do.
It's kind of a requirement though. You have to.
No. Yeah. What are you talking about? No, I mean, no, I'm talking like you can't dive into like a good book and a good author when you're in the middle of a project.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't. You will pick up elements of the voice that at the very least will affect the overall tone and tenor and flow of your own piece. And at the worst, you'll adopt an obvious carbon copy of something that you don't want there.
If you're a noob.
I've started a thing. I was just trying to say that I fill my time with like projects that I'm. Yeah.
He's on.
You do that again, I'll smack you upside your fucking redneck head.
Well, we need to get you on a green screen so we can actually make that work.
Yeah, then we can like.
Also, it's hillbilly. Come on. I mean, we need to keep these terms straight. Otherwise, I'm gonna fuck them up and offend somebody.
Don't sass me, you dumb hick.
There we go, hick. Oh, I thought it was hillbilly. It's like, no, there ain't no hills around where you.
Yeah, no. You have beaches with fucking seagulls that are protected by the government. You're a fucking hick.
Oh my god! No, it's funny. I want to start going down to Hampton Beach and covering those seagulls the way Faith Goldie tries to cover Muslims in France.
Oh my god!
I know this isn't my show, but you sass me again, I'll rip your fucking nipples off.
I ain't got none. Why do you think I wear a shirt at the beach the whole time, huh?
Are you embarrassed by your lack of nipples?
Well, it's more the scars, you see.
Oh.
I was raised by a Florida man, and he came around one time and twisted them clean off.
See, this is funny, but I actually did know a guy who had his nipples cut off.
Nick is a member of the Unsullied, confirmed.
Sorry, I'm still hung up on what Jeff said though, because the way you made it sound, it was like, was it a thing he had done?
Scarification, yeah.
It was this guy would really wanted to do it, and he went into a body piercing shop here in town, known to do extreme modification, and they took a pair of medical grade pliers and they grabbed his nipples, and they took a pair of medical grade scissors and they fucking cut his goddamn nipples off.
How is he ever gonna nurse his young?
A guy who cuts his nipples off, call me crazy, he ain't breeding.
Yeah, Nick, next time you take a shit on the toilet, read a biology book.
I thought you were going to tell me to read the Bible.
That too. You need Jesus.
Yeah, well, I mean, especially because it'll keep me from shit posting.
In your mouth.
That's the important thing about it. This is why more people need to read books when they're on the shitter, though, is so they stay off Twitter.
Yeah.
Because I know the term shit post, it means a whole world.
It's quite literal in my case.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the shit I type on Twitter, it's because I'm taking a dump.
Yeah.
I do that a lot too, yeah.
Oh, man. I tweeted out something interesting, though. I want to know what you guys think of this, because you guys never respond to my tweets, but this was an interesting tweet. And I want to know what you guys think of this. Honestly,
I think you're shadow banned or something, because like I never see your fucking tweets, dude.
Dude, I just tweeted out like a bunch of old artwork I did from like 2008, like some art and all that stuff yesterday.
No, the shadow ban came down though, because like when I
dude, you should see that old ass picture.
I didn't think you saw him. Oh, I saw when you fresh out of basic there.
Man.
The one where you're meeting
I was feeling nostalgic. Yeah, I found an old hard drive yesterday and I plugged it up. And it had all these old pictures from like back when I was in the military and before I did Magog and everything. But I tweeted out the other day something really interesting. I want to know your guys' thoughts. It has been 115 years since we've had a president with a full beard.
Holy shit.
Harris was our last president to have a full beard. Taft was our last president to have a mustache.
Wow.
So it's been 115 years since we've had a president with a full beard and 105 years since we've had a president with a mustache.
Can we correlate that, do you think, to level of trust in government?
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I think it's about damn time we get a president who's a proper fucking man.
Yeah.
You know?
Need a mustache. Need a mustache and a proper head of hair.
Yeah, we need a proper fucking president with a big old fucking biker beard.
Yeah.
That's what we fucking need.
Pure fucking testosterone.
Yeah. It's been 115 years. Harris was our last president with a full beard.
People are going to be like, well, Reagan was an actor and he could be a president. It's like, that doesn't explain why this like extra from Sons of Anarchy is on the GOP ticket. Well, all of his tattoos checked out. Oh, okay.
One of these days we'll get that, won't we, though? Because like tattoos are no longer like a taboo thing that sailors and bikers get like back in the 50s. Tattoos are like a modern art. Like a lot of people have tattoos.
Oh, absolutely.
One of these days we're gonna have a president who has like a fucking sleeve.
Oh,
you
no,
know?
That'd be interesting.
That's got to be the new like tabloid thing, though. You know, they had that whole thing. It's like, you know, like Obama hid his gay lifestyle and from the Inquirer and shit. We need something about that, like maybe Trump or maybe whoever replaces him. It'll be like they have tattoos. They are inked like Yakuza. You have no idea. Dragons all over this motherfucker's back. Collusion with Japan? Who knows? It's like, don't you know they used to be our enemy? We need to watch out for that.
Right?
So so now that Jeff's gone, what do you think? What do you think of this time slot shift? It worked out seamlessly, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it just depends on your guests, though. A lot of people are busy on Friday nights, man. It might be hard to get guests on Friday nights. But a lot of other people stream on Friday nights too. So you're competing with quite a few different people streaming at the same time. You know, so I hope it works out for you guys. I like the new time slot. People don't have to get up in the morning to go to work. They can stay up and watch you guys. You know, but Fridays, man, they're going to be tough. You guys got a battle ahead of you.
Fuck it.
Nothing we ain't used to.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, like, we do the show for the audience, you know.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
as long as like the Saints community is happy with the time slot changes, then we'll keep doing it. If they liked Sunday better, we'll see about moving back to Sunday. We'll just see. That's fine.
Yeah. I get it. I just, you know, like you guys rely on having a guest, and sometimes people are just busy on Fridays. Might be hard to get guests.
We went without a guest not that long ago, and it went great. We actually had a great show.
Yeah, we've gone without guests a number of times. I mean, it's we like to have a guest because it's a random element. Like it's a different element.
Right.
You know, it's a defined element. So you know, we get you on to like. Yeah, and also like we know you. We like having friends on because like, oh, this person's sense of humor is different than what we typically.
Yeah, I don't think I've talked to you guys outside of like just occasional reactions on Twitter or whatever since VidCon.
Yeah, well, fuck, dude.
We haven't streamed or anything. You know,
Magog, you and I streamed, and then you told me.
Yeah. There was you came. I'm talking about you both together. I haven't talked to both of you guys together since VidCon.
Yeah, I've been kind of hard to reach. Summer's kind of brutal with the kid and whatnot, but he's back in school now, so I can actually get some shit done.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Gotta love that summer break. Yeah, man.
Oh, I hate summer break. It's terrible.
I did love that video you did where we dumped Hemlock Moonwolf's body in a backyard, and then you were like in a cosmic egg. So I clipped that very beginning because you asked me for the sound files, and I clipped that very beginning and threw it at the end credits of one of my episodes of Side Quest. Because I just love that like Jeff is like a ragdoll just flying it off screen. Just throws his dead body in a backyard.
Listening to him.
Come on, Magog, let's go get tacos.
Hearing him before and after him actually doing that stunt too was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, because I ended up me and Nick were talking after I filmed that too, and I'm like,
before. Before it was funny because before you were like, all right, I gotta go do some like tumbling stunts in the backyard or something, and you were like, it was something you weren't looking forward to, but didn't think would be that bad,
right?
And then. and then it was pure ragdolling afterwards.
You look like somebody from like you look like an NPC from Skyrim that just got Fus Rodod. You know.
Yeah.
You played that good, man. You went all limp and everything.
Well, and the thing is, too, that was the 4th time I had done it. So at that point, like,
Multiple
I'm already...
takes.
Yeah, I'm already like fucking hurting real bad from throwing myself violently at the earth. Like, I threw myself at the earth like the earth, like I owed the earth money. Like, fuck you. And I was so fucking limp because I was in so much pain, and man, I couldn't fucking walk right for a couple days. It sucked.
I think you did. Was that the same night we did the show, or was it like a night before? Yeah, no, it was
the
because
same night we did the show.
Okay, yeah. So that was one of those nights because every so often, like, I mean, and it goes back and forth. I've had them too. Every so often, we'll have a show where one of us tells the other, like, yeah, we're doing the show because we do the show. We always do the show, but I'm a paper doll right now. There is nothing actually left here. It needs to grow again.
Yeah,
so
I don't know how stuntmen do it for a living. I mean, I know they're in shape and, you know, they keep in shape and stuff because what they do, and they practice a lot. But man, sometimes you're watching a movie and, you know, like I was watching, you know, like you watched like Daredevil on Marvel, you know, like the Marvel Daredevil on Netflix, right? Mm-hmm. And there's like he's having this like full fight scene with the Russians, and he's tossing them down the stairs and shit. And it's just like, God, even for a stuntman, I don't know how they do it.
You know,
God, that fucking hurt.
Yeah.
God, that must have fucking hurt.
I think I know kind of what it is in a sense though, because like, did either of you like skate when you were younger?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. I played street hockey. I played street hockey.
Yeah, well, I mean, specifically like skateboard, but like, yeah, I mean, you know,
I meant I rollerblade.
No. Fruit Bootin' got you the same thing. Ultimately, what it was is like the people who stuck with it and got good at it were people who you could watch take they could go down a flight of concrete stairs on their face, and then they get up and be like, ah, shit, all right, I know how I fucked that up. Time to try it again. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, you know. Meanwhile, you like try an ollie or you try a jump and you land on your ass. You're like, nope, not doing this for a couple days. Ow. Meanwhile, there are these kids who are like, you know, like the Jackass generation, the Tony Hawk generation.
No, I never skateboarded. I down that first fall, like when you're a kid.
Yeah.
If that first fall happens and this is nothing, I can keep doing this. Then you become like a skateboarder and start practicing tricks, and it doesn't matter how many times you fall after that. You're like, I'm good. I know I can take the pain. Right?
Yeah, it's also, that's what
my first fall was not. No, my first fall on a skateboard. My mom got me a skateboard for Christmas, and I took it out on the street, and our street had a hill, so I just rode it down to the bottom of the hill. But I was going at such a speed that once it leveled out, it kicked out from under me, and I bruised my tailbone, falling on my ass, and was in pain for a week.
That'll do it.
And I didn't skateboard ever again. I was like, fuck this. I don't know how people do it. So I picked up rollerblading instead and played street hockey, and that was much better.
So I wanted to say though, so we were talking about the Magog and Hemlock thing, and it's true that I did do the stunt work for Hemlock. But I did hear that he is actually going to be seeking revenge, actually. So I don't know. He's got something planned. I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will indeed.
You're gonna get
kind of a funny story. I did it on stream once, and it grossed people out. But my brother checked me with a hockey stick when I was a kid, right in the face. And ever since then, I can dislocate my jaw.
Really? Fuck.
Yeah. And I did it on stream one time, and the whole fucking chat lit. They were just like, that is the most disgusting fucking thing I've ever seen.
Gotta see it. Come on.
You guys want to see?
Okay, yeah. If it doesn't hurt,
I'll get close to the microphone so you can hear it. Hold on. Yeah. I used to do this as like a party trick. All right. Ready?
Yeah. Damn.
Oh, that is cool.
Wow. Wow. What the fuck? Wow.
Oh, my God. This tonight's episode of YouTube Saints brought to you by
that.
Yeah. No, just that right there. Magog's House of Horrors, guys. When you notice that the Magog season ends, it's gonna be around haunted
it's
hayride
like
time.
It's funny too because when I do it at parties, I'll get somebody to like put their finger right here, and I'll do it, and they can feel the bone pop onto the other side of my teeth.
Oh
Now-
yeah.
Now you're not fucking your shit up each time you do that, right? Because I know some of the time, sometimes like you can have that kind of thing where it's like, oh yeah, each time you pop it out, you're grinding bone on bone.
No, it does pop, but it's not like I go around doing it all the time though.
Yeah, well, I mean, it would.
I'm
be
sure
kind
if I did it every fucking day, it would probably do some damage. But no,
it's
more of a funny party trick to fuck with people because I'll sit there on like Halloween and I'll dress up like a zombie and have all the makeup and then I'll.
Oh Christ! You're gonna need a solid like 3-episode miniseries where Magog gets like cursed with death, but it's slow onset death. And so it's like he's trying to talk, and it keeps happening like the general from Army of Darkness. Like,
that's a hell of an idea, actually. All right, real quick.
People do weird shit with their bodies, man. I knew a guy who could turn his legs this way because his kneecaps were double jointed, and he would lay on the ground and grab his leg and go whoop and pull his foot right to his fucking leg.
Oh,
I can fall flat to the ground, and I only know this freaks people out because I did it back in the day in martial arts, and ever since then it's weirded people out. But yeah, I can put the blade of my foot square on the ground and then just drop to the floor and press my chest to the top of my foot.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a weird thing, and I'm like,
that is a weird thing.
Yeah, I did it in fucking kung fu kempo, whatever the fuck class I took back in the day, and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm like, I'm dropping to the ground. Like, no, well, you're supposed to do push-ups then, but what? Why can you do that?
It's real funny. You know how I found out I could just after my brother fucking hit me so hard.
Yeah.
I was in math. I was in fucking math class in high school. And I was like falling asleep on my desk like this. Like that, and then all of a sudden I yawned. I crack! Oh! Like in the middle of class, the teacher fucking jumped. I stood up, my jaw was over here. I was like,
that freaked you out, right?
I punched myself this way and it popped it back. And I was like, I'm okay. After that, I like rushed home, got into the bathroom mirror. I was like, what happened? Oh, that's fucking cool.
But actually, yeah, you're the same generation too. You'd have gone back like, I have a superpower.
Right?
Kind of lame, but it's something.
So Anime Moon says, here's my appreciation for not being on the night of my 9th wedding anniversary, guys. Now, the only reason my wife will be furious during it will be the sudden onset of her period right beforehand. A glorious start to my 2-week vacation, to be sure. Hey, that means your anniversary is almost here, so pinkies up to you, buddy. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Mazel tov.
Rhino says, India overturns homosexuality law, keeps fish sex law in place. Kanye to cancel Indian tour dates. Addy Monster says, describe an S3X move named the Bearded President. Ooh. A sex move named the Bearded President. Okay. Let's see.
That's when you go down on a girl and literally, while you're doing it, you mimic the Emancipation Proclamation.
Oh. Okay.
And it gives her pleasure.
Right.
And if it's done on a black girl, you get extra points.
Well, I got one. It's racially specific as well. You can get yourself, and I don't know if it's fully bearded, but you can get yourself the Teddy Roosevelt Prize if you get yourself a Puerto Rican girl with a really big camel toe, and then you ride that shit mercilessly into the ground.
Wow. Okay.
Can you imagine going down on a girl?
What? San Juan Hill.
Can you just imagine going down on a girl and you're like,
that's military history.
407 years ago.
Christ. Dork
That's
Oracle.
called the Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, wait, actually, hang on. Sorry, I need to add an addendum to that. Beyond a black girl, though, if you can get a really pale brunette who has a full stack bush, right, like a trimmed stack stovepipe bush, and then you go down on it, there you go.
Right.
Okay.
We got to make sure. I mean, we've been asked. You know,
I was gonna say, like, my idea of a bearded president, a sex move with this a bearded president, is you take a cigar, but when you insert the cigar into a woman's vagina, like old William Clinton did, you got to make sure she's got a lot of very loose pubic hair, so when you smoke it, you get the beard.
Yep. I've heard of a very rare sex move where you fucking a girl from behind in the back of a Ford, and then you shoot her in the back of the head with a single shot pistol.
Oh,
it's called the John Wilkes Booth.
Very
gross.
Nice.
Yeah.
But then you have to get rid of the body.
Right now there are two very confused directions in the audience right now. So let's continue on, Jeff.
Steve B. I know that was the Gettysburg Address. It was just a joke.
Okay, Rhino's India overturns homosexuality law, keeps fish sex law in place, prohibiting sex with fish. That's why Kanye canceled the Indian tour dates, because he's a gay fish. That's what it was.
We got that one.
That was fucking. That was.
I'm not a gay fish.
That was meta, Rhino. I didn't get it, so I was like,
yeah, that was South Park episode. Yeah,
I
I got it. I just didn't say anything.
Was that a Streamlabs?
Nah, it was a SuperChat.
Oh, all right. Well, that's why it was hard to understand right away.
Yeah, it's easier to understand your Streamlabs than your SuperChats because they don't take 30% of your money. Mistaken Reaper 22.
Also when it mentions gay fish, because that's kind of one of the alerts.
Yeah. Mistaken Reaper 22 says, I forgot to pay attention to this week's episode because I don't know how coherent I'm going to be next week on next Friday because I'll probably be drunk and it's going to be my birthday next Friday. Hey, next Friday. If you're here, man, we'll toast to you again, but cheers for your birthday. Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday. Yes, happy birthday to you.
Let's see. So did we... Oh, no, we still have shit. All right.
I'm still working. I every time I get on other people's streams, I work really hard to get them flagged down. Like, I tell some of the worst fucked up jokes just to see if YouTube... I'm sorry.
No, man. No, it's fine. You would not believe how many times I've been so tempted to get on somebody's live stream that I really don't like and just pull out my dick.
Yeah, just to see if it'll get flagged down.
Yeah. All right, so next up, we have microwaves suspected in sonic attacks on U.S. diplomats in Cuba and China, scientists say. Now, Nick, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, this came out last week, but
this is on CNN.
This is an actual news story.
Wow.
Which I don't have up. So, Jeff, you have to take this one.
They've been described as sonic attacks, bizarre, unexplained head injuries that spurred the United States to bring home diplomatic staff from China and Cuba. China and Cuba. Now, scientists are saying the ailments could have been caused by microwave weapons. Though a March report based on the examinations of 21 diplomats who served in Cuba didn't link the attacks to microwaves, the study's lead author, Douglas Smith, director of the University of Pennsylvania Center for Brain Injury and Repair, told the New York Times that the diplomats likely suffered brain injuries and that the microwaves are considered the culprit. Everyone was relatively skeptical at first, he told the newspaper, and everyone now agrees there's something there. In a Sunday interview with CNN, Smith said microwaves are a main suspect in causing diplomats injuries, but ultrasound and infrasound were also being studied as potential causes as well. These are like proto-death rays.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Cool.
I love it too, because like even when you read the article, if you let your brain slip and you don't think about what they're actually saying, it almost makes it sound like people are clobbering each other with microwave ovens.
Yeah,
but no, we're actually talking about like the actual microwaves, which they've been theorized that like at one point maybe we could power things from orbit using solar collection and microwave emission, because you could focus microwaves into really fucking gnarly configurations, such that they can disrupt human brainwaves and neurochemistry sometimes. And now we got spies getting killed with microwaves, and I still wish it was the ovens.
It's pretty amazing, honestly. It's almost like a concussion, but without a concussion, meaning that they look like individuals who have persistent concussion symptoms, but have no history of head impact, Smith said, describing the injuries and explaining that learning the cause is vital to determining the best means of preventing it. And so, like, I don't know, like, we're gonna like wrap our diplomats in some crazy armor or something to prevent them from the sonic weapons? The sonic weapons that they're using against us, the globalists?
I want them all to wear Magneto helmets. I want all U.S. diplomats to be deployed to their embassies wearing Magneto helmets with capes for no reason.
Okay, it's got to be...
Microwaves aren't going to affect your body, but we just want you to wear this cape so the helmet doesn't look stupid.
It's got to be a Magneto helmet, but like painted in red, white, and blue, you know? Like,
fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Oh my god, like it needs
America.
Yeah, I'm talking. No, I mean, like, let's go like the whole way. Let's go with the like, you know, the bedazzled stars and stripes. So like all the stars are bedazzled, and yeah, fuck yeah, let's send our diplomats out in motorcycle helmets that look like they're straight out of Easy Rider to protect them from microwave attacks from the Chinese.
This is crazy.
Who make all of our microwaves and.
I honestly have nothing to say about this story.
Yeah, this is
crazy.
I've been pretty been pretty on point with my jokes all night, but I got nothing. I got nothing, dude.
I've been sitting on this story for like a week, and honestly, I picked it initially because it is terrifying and fascinating at the same time. We've got, I mean, like right now, like there's the potential that energy weapons,
well, that was bound to happen,
are being covert. No, it was bound to happen. But when you say something is bound to happen, you typically think it'll happen in the future. And this is a story saying, hey, that thing might actually be happening right now, except spies are using it instead of like the army. It's not like laser weapons that pew nasty space bugs to death. Instead, it's like some like nerdy tech douchebag who got hired out of college by the government's worst bureau. Like, so, hey, can you figure out a way to make some kind of invisible ray that kills people slowly? I guess.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, sure. And that's what we have now. We might actually be facing microwave radiation warfare, like invisible death rays being used on diplomats for espionage.
Oh God. I'm surprised the CNN didn't try to link that to Trump somehow.
Can I help you? Oh my God.
It's a mini scene.
So Sestra and Spectacular are here in town, and Memory is out raging with them. So I got the kid. Yeah, I know. Go on. Go play. Sorry. Anyway, what we're talking about? Okay, yeah.
So I mean, at least he didn't show up like Quinn did in that one midweek where she's like, "Wait, you were saying something about dead memes?" No, 10-year-old child, go away. We are not discussing dead memes, you and I, on live stream. No.
No. Yeah, no, this is wild, honestly. This article mostly talks about like the evidence for it and like kind of describing what it's like. It sounds terrible. The reason the incidents have been characterized in the past as sonic or acoustic attacks is because they coincided with high-pitched sounds. Diplomats to Cuba, in particular, experienced a variety of symptoms, including sharp ear pain, headaches, ringing in one ear, vertigo, disorientation, attention issues, and signs consistent with mild traumatic brain injury or concussion. This is messed up.
Are you sure that's not just because they had to go to Cuba?
Yeah, well, I mean,
no. Well, here's the other. Actually, like let's.
You just like step foot off a plane and you're like, goddamn communism.
Well, let's. Here's a fun thing though. We could take this on. We could take this in a way that, like, you know, it's really popular these days. You know, hey, we here at the YouTube saying it's all about big growth. Thing is though, I mean, there is the outside possibility that, like, you know, a bunch of newly dispatched diplomats sent out to foreign countries failed to adapt to the bacteria that's there. Because anybody who's ever gone from one environment to another and you're surrounded consistently by other people with their own bacteria and their own germs, you get sick as fuck.
That's why people get sick when they travel. Yeah, I mean, it's a thing.
And if a bunch of that happened, and it turns out that we've got CNN spinning this microwave weaponization on us just to get us to use our ovens again, well, that's just a candle too far.
Too far.
Yeah, but I have
no idea what the fuck does that mean.
It sounds
it's a candle too far. You know, I miss Nick when he actually drank.
Wow. Oof.
So do I. Jeff, can we bring up can we bring up the sound of silence real quick? Just the opening few bars, please.
Oh God, Jesus! You making me work
damn.
right now?
Jesus, man.
But
you
no, I mean,
you should have replaced drinking with cocaine.
If I could afford it, Jesus Christ, what does everybody think I've been on about for so many months?
That's right. You guys don't have a Colombian contact like I do.
Listen, let's be like, I'll spill the beans here when I bitch about bills being behind on bills. I'm not talking about the utilities, okay?
Yeah, but these people are probably just getting headaches because they put too much communism in water in Cuba. You know, like it doesn't have to be something crazy like like fucking microwaves. Okay, it's just too much communism in the water.
Are you saying that they were dehydrated because somebody else came along and took their water away and gave?
It's kind of like Mexico, but Mexico's water is like diarrhea with a water.
Well, no, but Mexico's water is the opposite. Communist water, somebody takes your water and gives it to somebody else. In Mexico, somebody gives you water because they don't like you.
Yeah, that's very true. You make a valid fucking point. You make a valid point, non-drunk Nick.
Yeah, very, very sober. Actually, I'm only 3 beers in.
Actually, I just realized something, so I also need to DM you something else on Twitter, Magog, because Nick has the My Circle link already, but
no, I don't.
Send it to you. I fucking send it to you. You know, I'm gonna send it to you in Skype.
Never. I don't have Skype open because we're not using Skype.
Do you want it through? Honey, do you want it through Skype or do you want it through Twitter?
Listen, you're only supposed to ask me that after I've had my wine. Actually, you could send it to shit.
Answer me.
Hang on. Wait a second. Hang on. I'm looking now because. No, you fucking didn't. No, you fucking didn't. You lying bitch.
Yeah, it's right there.
Where in Skype? Oh, now it's there.
Yeah.
No.
Did you not scroll down?
Well, I just opened Skype.
God, I need drugs.
Yeah, I know, right? Me too. Now you're purple.
There we go.
Yeah, because I'm fucking opening up a browser source. Jesus Christ.
It's like, oh, I thought it was all the cocaine and whiskey. Never mind.
Jesus, man. I mean, but for the last story, this is the last thing. Kind of what happens when you go to the foreign. Okay. There's only 2 places in the whole world. There's like America and then the foreign.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
There's no place like America.
If this thumbnail for this video is any indication, this is going to be a very interesting lesson.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna...
Oh no! That was just okay.
Okay,
no,
all
right.
I'm saying that while Magog
that was just something that I was fucking around with, like.
Because I mean, like that. I don't know if that's the American right there.
Yeah, no. I was just fucking around. Yeah.
Do you want to show the people? I know, so that's what I was looking at while you were telling me about the difference between the American and the foreign. I'm like, yes, I agree.
I love the cow and a
this is my culture here. Yes, familiar.
People in India probably fucking love that picture. They worship cows over there, man.
Oh man.
I know.
It's another job test holiday got cheated.
Anyway, fuck. I gotta stop.
It's better than yours and I treat you.
Oh, okay, all right. Anyway, what was I gonna do?
The show works a lot better now that we got rid of all of those pesky segments, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
I just don't ever invite me on unless you expect chaos. Because I just go off on tangents and random topics, jokes and stuff.
Nah, it's good.
Works for me. I'm still looking at a bitch with French fries up her nose.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hello, darkness, my friend.
Yeah, we're about to get flagged. This is copyright.
Yeah, well, more than that, too. It was poorly timed. I mean, I could have used this about 5 minutes ago when it was like, oh, no, you're...
My name is Nick. I just didn't have the My Circle open, so I couldn't hear it.
Oh, but you did play it?
Sure.
So we've already been copy struck. Fuck it, play it again.
All right, got it. Wait.
Okay, let's go. Let's
wait,
go play David Lee Roth.
Hang on. Like, all right, we got you and your facial hair. You need to look real forlorn while this plays, okay? Like your dog just died and your tractor broke down, and your sister ran away with your lover crocodile.
Brother.
Well,
yeah.
Also cousin, but that's another sore spot.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping.
He's creeping.
Pinky's up. R.I.P. in peace, Nick's dignity for that mustache.
The moment I shaved this thing into place, I just immediately sent Jeff and Anahata both a message saying the same thing. The things I will do for a sketch. And then I went out in public like this.
Isn't it weird to have a friend when he comes up with an idea and messages you guys and he's like, "Hey guys, I'm a mustache and be like a hick character," and you guys have to answer, "Nick, are you not drunk?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Isn't that weird? That's a little weird.
That's my life. So
everyone misses the days in which I was drinking for their own different reasons, and I
have
my own.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm really glad for your half-ass sobriety because you're still drinking beer.
Shop caught sticking googly eyes on fish to make them look fresh. A fish store in Kuwait has reportedly been shut down by officials after the owners are caught sticking plastic googly eyes on fish in a bid to make them appear fresher. There you go.
I covered that.
What?
I might have been in a rush to get you the sheet, and maybe I went over that last week before I started reviewing products on Amazon again.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was like, that was the thing when I brought it up on the last run, because the last item I had, honestly, I just wanted to rehash Alex Jones and Marco Rubio because I just love that.
Can we get some pinkies up in the chat here for the format here? Yep.
Hey, it's
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
I like how and it started playing. I noticed that Monday Matt was in the chat.
I think
I'm a dick. I'm such a dick. Love you, Matt.
Yeah, you're really good at it.
I tell you what, though. You know what? I tell you what. One of my favorite things that has happened over the past month or so was when I was at PAX last weekend, and I was sitting there and I started taking pictures with Matt and whatnot, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is gonna piss off so many fucking people.
Matt's pretty hot right now. Yeah. He's
I love that man, but what I love more than Matt is pissing off people.
Especially shitty people, let's be honest too.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point too, anybody who's still on that shit, you're like Joy Sparkles on Daddy 05 / Flies on Shit. Same thing.
No,
I mean,
she okay. You know what? I'm putting a rule out there. She's Voldemort, all right? We don't name her, we don't invoke her, because the moment you say her fucking name, she's gonna make 10 fucking videos about you, and it's annoying. And I don't want to deal with it. Just leave her alone. Let her do her thing. Just let her do whatever she wants to do. I hope she has a great life.
All right, so from here on out, from here on out, I'll just use the term Sarlacc pit. Yeah.
Her vagina.
What? Anyway.
I need more beer.
Go get more beer, and go take a piss. I want you at the top of your game for the end of this. Yeah, that's right.
Shit.
You see what I have to put up with?
Yeah, I know. It's fucking unprofessional.
My work wife. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. I think you guys need a counselor.
We do need a counselor. Oh my god, that would actually be a great Actually, let's wait until Nick puts his damn headphones back in.
I really wish somebody would start like a YouTube channel to bring on like co-hosts of other YouTube shows and do like parody like counseling.
That would be a good promo though. Is like me and Nick going through couples counseling. That'd be good. That'd be great.
I think the only way to do it correctly though would be to have Vernaculus play the counselor.
Oh, dude.
Think about his demeanor too. So
that'd be amazing. Okay,
tell me more about this, and we could just be like, which one of us are you looking at right now?
Oh God,
I want. If you guys can't get Vern, I'd be willing to do Poe.
Oh yeah, oh, dude. That would be great too. Yeah,
because you could go buy Poe now. Their stuff's in the store now. Poe's in the stores. He's like I got all kinds of fans are buying Poe at like fucking Walmart.
Why?
They're tweeting me pictures and shit. You go buy a Poe, set him up in front of you guys, and then I'll do the voice and do the lights for his eyes when you send me the video. And you could sit there and be like, tell me how you're feeling. Yeah, I don't really care. But
yeah, actually, no, I'll just show
why am
up.
I here, you fucking retards?
I'll show up with some like terrible shave job, and Jeff will be like, well, I mean, he doesn't even care. He sent one of his bullshit alter egos here. No, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good.
We couldn't even actually get Magog. We had to get a stupid dead bird. I heard that.
Is it?
Speaking of, I'm wearing my own fucking merch.
Oh yeah, that's side stream with like just you and I like in a drunk stream. Like, why do people do counseling, man? I don't understand. Like, I don't know. That's why I sent my bird. I hope Jeff feels better after he yells at that sex offender.
Yeah, and then you guys get angry at Poe's counseling, and you're like, "Hey, fuck you, you little parakeet!"
No, I'll just be dumbfounded. Like, wait, what is this? When did this happen? Oh shit! I had another episode.
All right, so so what do you think about reading that story?
Who?
You? Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. I double dog dare you.
It's your show. It's your show.
Wait, does that mean that you want me to read it?
No, I mean, like, if you guys want me to, I'll fucking read it.
Oh my God,
Yeah?
absolutely. Are you kidding me? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
You just tied your own noose on that one.
It depends on how long is it. Like, how long we got on the show?
Oh, it's super
long?
fast. It's like
Oh,
two.
it's like one
It's
paragraph.
tiny. Yeah.
Okay, I'll read it.
All right.
I'll try to do it in like a dramatic voice. Oh God, this is already horrible.
You could read it like Poe if you wanted to.
Yeah, just do it.
I'll do it as Poe. I'll do it as
Okay,
Poe.
Jeff.
Okay,
Jeff,
all right.
can you throw up a picture of a Poe real quick?
Oh fuck! I don't
Is
know.
there-
I don't think so.
Find a picture of Poe.
It's like, no. Do you remember what it took to get the show going? We're
can
kind
just
of
go
like
to
the right.
Poe's-
We're
you
like
can
the
just
right.
go
We're like the Wright brothers right now. I don't want to fuck with anything in case we crash.
When
could
we
just-
when we clip it, we'll get a picture of Poe.
You could just go to Poe's Twitter. Poe has a Twitter. I don't know if you guys know that.
I did not know that actually. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
Poe of Morskar.
Poe of
And
Morskar.
you could just like click on his profile pic and it'll pop up.
Okay,
He's like one
I'll
of
get
the.
that.
He's one of the. He was like 61,000. He's like 60,001. The one person that didn't get shadow banned.
Okay.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna pull this up real fast, super fast. And bam.
There you go.
All right.
All right. Okay. This is titled Yada Erotica. Read in the voice of Poe. Okay. As Jeff looked down into Yada's eyes, his fun-sized chocolate bar began unzipping Jeff's pants.
What?
Jesus Christ. Yada didn't speak as he took Jeff's swollen member out of his pants and began to devour it like a sumptuous treat he had been waiting for all day. Jeff leaned back as Yada took him in deeper with each thrust, eyes closed as his diminutive lover serviced him with gusto. I fucking hate all of you. as Captain Planet stepped forward, erect penis leading the way. He and Jeff began to kiss passionately as Yada took both of them in each hand and alternated between pleasuring them both with his mouth back and forth. Jeff's hat fell off as Captain Planet's tongue explored his mouth further. Jeff's legs began to shiver and tremble as Yada turned his full attention on him, feeling the urgency of Jeff's ecstasy reaching its climax. Jeff pulled away from Captain Planet's mouth with a gasp as he exploded, coating Yada's face thoroughly as the shorter man rubbed Jeff's spasming manhood all over his eager, smiling face. Jeff, now didn't, bent to one knee to assist Yada as he finished off Captain Planet's waiting cock.
Was I T-bowing?
Everybody give money right now, because I feel dirty. I feel fucking dirty.
Thank you, Mouth. Appreciate that. Appreciate
Yep,
you, buddy.
that's how that works. Yeah, it's basically like that's the literary equivalent of a death shot.
Yep, pretty much.
I should have ended it with Poe going, "The end. That was magical."
The end. Where's the sequel? There was no after credit sequence.
Still better than 50 Shades of Grey.
Not quite as good as Steven Universe. Figure it out.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, that happened.
Wow. I mean, like, I have a vague recollection that at one point I was like, "Hey, Mouth, I want you to write me some fan fiction with, like, Captain Planet or some shit like that. I don't know." And somebody else is like, "Yada." And I'm like, yeah, Captain Planet and Yada. Yeah, you should do that. I think that's what happened. I can't remember.
It's like you're the kid notorious of online fucking smut right now. Online erotica.
Well, for a long while, when I first started like getting into the big community of creators and whatnot, I actually wanted to do a challenge series, and what it was going to be was we'd hold a prize every week or every month, depending on how often we did it, and basically like $20, and people would send like the grossest, weirdest YouTuber erotic fan fiction that they could think of to like write, and whoever made the most fucked up one would get $20, and then I would get those YouTubers to come in and read their own erotic fan fiction, and just to see if they could like do it without cracking.
Yeah,
the problem,
Ren does that on her channel.
The problem is, who?
That's old school.
Wait,
Reading
Red? Oh, cool.
Yeah, Reading Red.
Yeah,
No,
I
she
like
does
Reading Red.
every now and again. She'll stream where they YouTube erotica.
Well, the thing that made me upset though was when I wanted to do this, like I asked all your favorite creators, and none of them agreed. They were like, "No."
Yeah, I saw that
absolutely
message, but I saw who it was from, you, and I was like, "Man, it'll."
Ow.
Yeah, it's like yeah. Well, the YouTube.
Hey, I've been fucking with Nick all night. I had to give.
Damn.
The YouTuber reaction comes in like, wait a second, this is from Jeff Holiday. This isn't for a video. This is for his private library.
Maybe.
I'll just end with one more Poe thing. Okay.
Okay.
This is to the fan fiction I just a fan erotica I just read. This is a man's world. This is a man's world. But it ain't nothing without a Yada.
Yeah. Oh my god. You would love Yada,
Yeah.
man. You should check out some of his shit sometime. It's amazing.
I just can't wait to see like what kind of remixes we're gonna hear out of that.
Yeah.
Giovanna Liviana says, Paul Joseph Watson, purveyor of BSO. Paul Joseph Goebbels, minister of propaganda. Sehr interessant, nicht wahr? I don't know what that means. Wollen Sie mit mir heute Abend essen? Anime Moon says, Magog, that sounded like a rape joke. That was a while ago, but we made a few. So,
yeah, one or two. Maybe.
Mars Egan says half
90%
this.
of my repertoire is
We brought up the Catholic
Yeah,
Church.
yeah.
That's the equivalent of 10 rape jokes in one.
It's true. It's true. It's just one long rape joke.
yeah, Catholic priests. Really,
one long, very quiet, very well protected rape joke.
yeah, Catholic priests really hate it when the cross that hangs above the bed of altar boys falls and hits them on the back of the head.
Ugh. Me too. Mars Egan says half of this is for last Sunday, where I missed the damn erotica because I forgot my password. It's fair.
Fucking Nick is.
That was some Jesselneck level shit right there. One line, boom. There you go. Fuck off. We're gonna move on now. Here we go. We're doing a show. That was beautiful.
Dominator 046 barely slept. Happy to have watched. Sober Nick, best Nick, stay awesome Jeff, Magog. Say hi to Monday and Matt in chat. Hi Monday and Matt.
Yep, we already did that.
Tyler and Sabrina Paul, money for the dirty bird. Indeed. Okay, so
Thank you.
we do not actually have an undersub tonight, I don't think, because this is kind of last minute. We threw the sheet together.
Also, I'm thinking like,
Just pull up Arcater.
I don't know who that.
You guys had Arcater on.
We did.
Have you guys had Arcater on?
we've featured Arcater as an under
As an undersub. That's right.
and
You guys got to get him on because he's got a green screen.
Yeah.
So you guys could do some interesting shit with him. And
I think
get up. You know.
No, I think we've actually. I think I've spoken to him once, and then it just was like we didn't follow up. Which
didn't get a chance to.
Well, the hard part is he lives in like Finland or something because that's where his wife's from. So,
Monday show.
The fucking time differences, you know. But I'm sure he'd stay up for you guys.
I mean, it would be kind of cool. That's one good reason to do like a Monday show is to try and get like the Euro crowd and get some more of our European friends to be on the show. That's why we haven't had fucking very nearly viral on yet. Is because
dude, honestly, after we did midweek early, we did like the early half show. No, they're still in England.
Oh, okay.
The plan was for Roy to move to Boston, actually, and even when I saw him in Boston a few months back,
he'll be able to soon.
Well, no, but my reaction was honestly like, why? All of this giant country, you want to live in Boston?
I could have sworn on Twitter I saw that Roy proposed today.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations, guys. Yeah.
Betrothed.
But is he gonna come over here? Because then it's still gonna be hard for Lacey, and we'll have to get Lacey to marry somebody.
Yeah, I think the plan is to try and marry Lacey off to Vernaculus, because when they go back to Boston, that's the contact they have. And the thing is, if you say the same sentence to Justin enough times, he'll go for it.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah, you can talk about anything.
It'll be interesting to see what they plan for the future. But
congratulations,
guys.
Yeah, and they do. I think they do have plans to actually go back to Boston, because if I remember right, well, for one thing, Roy was just boundlessly fascinated with it. But congrats to them. When we did the midweek show, though, I've been getting messages left and right saying like, holy shit, that early show was so great. I never get to catch it live. And I'm like, you watch our reruns.
I love Boston. I've never been to the city, but I love the band.
That explains why.
Same. Yeah. Okay, so our undersub for tonight is Stefan Carl Stephenson again. Because he's over 840,000. So he's I think he's like 155,000 away from getting 1 million, so his family can get the golden play button for a man who gave us such amazing memes. So
yeah, fuck it. That'll be on our undersubbed until it happens.
Yeah. Fuck it. All right.
Getting close.
It's happening. So the last thing that we got tonight is our cringe of the week, and this is pretty in depth though. This is a lot. This is a whole lot. Our cringe of the week. Alex Jones and Marco Rubio explain the internet, but it's not just this. It's also just the entire InfoWars thing that's happened this week. Because
they were banned on Twitter yesterday.
Banned on Twitter. Apple just removed their app from the App Store. Like, they're booted. They're getting booted all over the place. Now,
that freaks me out.
I mean, it freaks me out too, but like, you have to understand that there is a massive gulf of behavior between pretty much the worst YouTuber that we know, like personally, who does the most obscene things, and the shit that Alex Jones has pulled off. So I think we have a little bit of breathing room. A little bit.
Yeah, I got an easy answer to that. Don't watch it.
Sure, absolutely.
I mean, for fuck's sake, people, you shouldn't be allowed to say those. But don't watch it, because my problem is when they can ban somebody like Alex Jones, and he's in the extreme over here, right? Then he's gone. The next guy in line is going to see the extreme, and then they'll get him, and then it'll just narrow that fucking Overton window.
Who's the next guy in line though? That's what I'm curious about.
Who knows? Who knows who it'll be? But it'll be somebody with a controversy or something like that, and he'll get banned all over fucking.
I mean, I just feel I simply hate the fact that there are people who like hate Alex Jones, who hate his message, who hate all that, who wish he would just go back to working on the public works pickup crew, right?
Right.
But they're celebrating this. Banning Alex Jones, like if this one time Obi-Wan's words about strike me down, I'll come back more powerful are actually gonna fucking work. It's a guy who spent the last 15 years of his media career screaming that the big powerful people are going to take steps to silence him.
Right.
You could not feed these fucking morons better fucking ammo. And these are supposed to be smart people who are running these companies. That's amazing.
I'm sorry. I don't like this culture we live in where people have to be banned or silenced or deplatformed. I don't like it. When I was growing up, if I heard fucking radio that I didn't like, there was this knob right there.
Right.
And I turned that knob, it went away.
The thing that I
didn't call up the radio station like, eh.
Right. I've gotten kind of a reputation that I'm pro Alex Jones being censored, which I'm not. I'm really not. I have a tiny amount of shade and frode about it, tiny amount, and I'll admit it, I do. But the thing with me is, I don't want him censored because, like you guys are saying, it gives him what he wants. It ultimately makes him a martyr.
It's the Streisand effect. You guys know what that is, right?
Yeah, it's the Streisand effect.
Right.
But I do want Alex Jones to face consequences because some of the things that he's done are fucking obscene.
But he is.
I want him to leave.
For the stuff that he said about Sandy Hook, he is getting sued.
Right, absolutely.
The civil lawsuit. That is the punishment. And he's getting, and he gets plenty of people disagreeing with what he says and stuff like that. I mean, that's the social pushback for saying some extreme shit.
So the legitimate upset over Alex Jones shouldn't be either which way over his right to speak the dumb shit that he has to say, because he should have that right no matter what. And I love the fact, just for like the nihilist in me loves that, like, we have free market conservatives calling for the president to intervene and control these companies so they can't do this.
That's a whole other.
I love seeing that, and then I love seeing like leftists talk about like this is the free they're companies, they're free to do what they want. And you know what the thing is like everyone is in a way kind of right, but wrong in the worst way. But the saddest part about this entire thing and about all the people who are upset about it, outside of the people who are upset at just free speech grounds, is that when it comes to this shit, anti-vaxxers, flat earthers, young earthers, any kind of dog shit ideology, the heartbreak really needs to come from the fact that there are masses of people who eat this shit up. And they believe it, and they think it's real, and they're the ones who are genuinely upset, thinking their worthwhile voices are being silenced, and they're somehow missing out on something that is helping them understand the world.
And that's why I'm always going to have a job.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You debunk pseudoscience, but like beyond even that, like let's consider just like how trash the level of information that we consume is right now. What's big on YouTube? Go take a look at the trending section and tell me that if that's a representation of what society's interests actually are, you don't kind of want that smod to come along and smite us all. And at the same time, if you're going to be talking about politics and you're going to be worrying about like the future and you're saying, I wish my kids would have a better world than I have, even though you know damn fucking well they won't. And at the same time, you're going to tolerate a society which accepts on the basis of everyone's opinions are valid, that people can buy into shit like Alex Jones shills or these anti-vaxxers or these flat earth people. That this is the world you live in, and if you're going to defend it, at least know what it is.
That's good. No, that was a good.
That was fucking beautiful. That was fucking beautiful timing too. No, that's it though. I mean, honestly, so like, you know what? Alex Jones shouldn't be banned. But you don't want to know, you know, the bigger problem is the fact that him being on the platform at all to a point where if he gets booted off, anyone gives a fuck. Do you have any idea how many people with worthwhile voices get booted off of platforms for nothing at all on a regular basis? And you're going to be upset. And you're going to be upset about Alex fucking Jones.
Well, that's because he's got a following. He's got a bigger name. He's in the media, and normal people can see him. Guys like me who have like 30,000 subs. If I got banned, nobody would even know about it except for guys I personally know and have networked with. And hopefully my friends would help me out and spread the word and stuff. I'd do the same for you guys. But we are in our own little community. But we have to understand something. Even if people buy into this bullshit, there are people out there who believe the earth is still flat and all kinds of stuff like that. But at the same time, we live in a country. I don't know about the rest of the world, but we live in a country where you're not supposed to be able to take the right away to be an asshole.
Right.
Everybody has the right to be a fucking asshole.
Everybody should have the right to be personally stupid too.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys a question? So, the thing though that I keep coming back to, with the Alex Jones thing is like, so he's already in hot water. He's banned from damn near everything except for mostly Twitter. But then he decides that he's going to go to Washington, D.C., and he's going to get in the face of Jack Dorsey. Did anybody else not think that he did this on purpose and he was trying to get banned?
Of course seriously.
He did.
Yeah. Beyond that, dude. No, I mean, look, watch Alex Jones's moves. I mean,
but that doesn't make it what happened to him any more illegitimate.
But I mean, this is the thing. But I mean, let me ask you this, my guy. Do you put any legitimacy in the stewardship of Twitter? Do you put any legitimacy in the stewardship of YouTube?
Absolutely.
No, you do.
Yeah.
Now, is this presumed in the way that you think it should be, or is this something that you think exists and expect?
Well, what are you really asking me? What do you mean by legitimacy?
I mean, like, realistically, do you expect Twitter staff or YouTube staff to do like the right thing in a given circumstance?
Oh, that's what you're asking. I thought you were asking if they were like, if I consider them like legitimate.
No.
Like,
they are
like legitimate, like social change fucking platforms, because they are. They really are. There are no alternatives, you know, like not any good ones anyway, not yet. Any Gab and stuff, but that hasn't grown yet. You know, they literally are kind of a monopoly.
Cancer, dude.
Yeah, Gab would do really good if the people who ran.
But if you're asking me
tweeting,
if you're asking me legitimately, if people work for these tech companies are going to do the right thing, absolutely not.
No, we know they're going to try. They're going to abuse.
They're all ideologically driven. Yeah.
And the funny thing is though too is that like, because I think like the departments and the department heads and even the individual like censors, as we might as well call them on these platforms, they are probably so individually empowered because of like the way these people think about running businesses, to where we've got this thing where, yeah, you know what, they're fucking each other over, which is why we are getting all this shit in the press and we're seeing how bad it ultimately works out. I bet Jack Dorsey, when he says we don't have an ideological bias for Twitter, genuinely believed it when he said it, because he's got no fucking clue what's actually going on in the nuts and bolts of Twitter.
Yeah, no, he's the CEO. He's far disconnected from the ground game. He's in his ivory tower, and all his underlings are doing shit, and he doesn't even know.
Yep, and his version of that lie is completely different than everybody else's version of lie in that company.
But the modern public discourse is being controlled by people who all live in the same like 4 square mile area of the country.
Right. Yeah.
Silicon Valley. That is insane to me.
It is.
That is fucking insane.
It is.
Bernays' fucking dream.
All I can
That's
say.
like George Creel's wet dream.
They all like get together and have barbecues with each other and live in the same neighborhoods and these rich fucking gated communities.
They don't barbecue. They don't barbecue.
Yeah, they do. They eat children.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say is basically rest in pepperonis. All of our senses of patience for the growing conspiracy for Alex Jones forever being a martyr. Here we go.
In the arms of the angel.
God, I've always hated this song.
I'm honestly just picturing this entire channel floating away on this angel who's like, got a breastplate with the words copyright notice on him.
I'm legitimately gonna lose my patience in the next couple of weeks. It's already started. I don't know. I swear to. Okay.
That is what the raping doctor said.
I agree. I agree about all of this, but I have to say though, the thing that is going to make my head explode has already started, with right-wing political commentators basically pulling it. Alex Jones didn't do nothing. He got censored because he dared to challenge the establishment and the Democrats. Fuck off.
Yeah, everything's politicized now, but if you look through their rhetoric and see what and ignore the push to create, to continue the drama in order for people to get views and all that stuff.
Right.
There is something terribly wrong with tech companies.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
There is something legitimately terribly fucking wrong with the modern digital.
Do you think we should classify social media as the new public square? Because I don't think that's a good idea. I really don't.
A lot of people think so. I don't know about that. I do think that there should be some sort of regulation that prevents these big tech companies from shutting down smaller companies that want to start.
Absolutely.
That's some bullshit. That is a monopoly when they can. And I know people don't like Gab.
I'm gonna call it. Hang on. I'm sorry. I need to call this now before the thought escapes me, but I want to call it here. The challenge to big tech will be brought via interstate commerce.
I don't know. I don't even know what that means.
Okay, sorry. Interstate Commerce Clause is like the ultimate backdoor for the federal government to intervene in anything it wants.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's also it's a legitimate. Basically it's the question of do the actions of a company or entity in this state affect the commerce of a company in another state which does business in other states, hence bringing it outside of a singular state jurisdiction into the federal jurisdiction, allowing the federal government to make rulings and pass laws in regards to how these companies need to act as according to their interstate commerce effect.
Well, that's just decentralization law. That's just the way to just kind of.
No. I mean, here's the funny. Here's how I learned about this primarily. Two really fun cases. One, before marijuana was legalized all over the place. When California was one of the first states to legalize medical marijuana, it legalized it in a way that allowed patients to grow plants of their own. A particular township appealed to the federal authorities after they tried to arrest a middle-aged woman who was growing 3 personal plants legal by California law. The feds wanted to go in and raid her to make a point for some reason.
Well, that's the difference between the elastic laws and the laws.
Oh, no, but here's the contrast. So what in that case, the federal court ruled that because the production of marijuana in one state affected an interstate market, albeit a black market, it was production which affected interstate commerce, allowing the federal authorities to come in and impugn on state authority. Now, in, I think, roughly, if not the same 2 or 3 years, at least maybe the same year, when assisted suicide was going before the courts out of Oregon, the case was argued that it was interstate commerce on the basis that the the doctors using the medicines that would be used to kill a patient affected interstate medical commerce, which is a legitimate argument. It's actually more legitimate than the one that they prosecuted the little old lady in California for her own pot for. But in this case, they found this is what allowed for the assisted suicide to go through, was because they couldn't be challenged on interstate commerce, which is how you challenge state law in federal court if you're lazy.
Yeah. But, you know, outside of all of that, I mean, we're talking about the internet here. It's a global thing, unfortunately. You know.
Well, if Twitter and YouTube's algorithms fuck companies such as yours and mine, let's say, we have a legitimate case to bring before a federal judge
in our country.
Yes, and they are based out of.
That's what's so complicated about the fucking internet. Some guy can start a company in Europe and still get reamed by companies based in America, and they all fall under different laws.
Yeah, but if you have
that's the problem.
But if you're a company, well, is it a problem? Because I think American companies should be given, like, you know,
a lot of people believe that, and I do too. I think if you're based in America, you should. Everybody who uses your website should fall under the American guidelines of that company.
Yeah, but also the other thing is, though, is that with interstate commerce, what you're saying is that the federal government has the power under the Commerce Clause to supersede state law. Now, if you're saying that on an international basis, suddenly you're getting into treaty renegotiation.
Right. Well, that's why the whole internet freedom thing, and you know, there's people who have rights for the internet. There's people who become the public sphere, you know, and be considered by the government to be an actual public space. You know, and things like that. I mean, those are all actually valid arguments. They're all good. Mm-hmm. That's how complicated this fucking internet thing is.
Well, that's why I also think, though, that when it comes to the challenge to big tech, that especially the right is trying to bring now, and, you know, challenges to corporate America are not a new thing to the left in general. But in the course of it, when this censorship tips again, and it will, because they're gonna start booting people left and right. I think my prediction is that these platforms, to try and prove that they're neutral, are going to try to actually appear neutral, and they're going to break so many channels, so many followings, so many, you know, whatever the fuck brand you're talking about now. We're going to get to a point where it's going to be challenged in interstate commerce. I'm just saying, I'm going to call it now. It's going to be Interstate Commerce Clause. Mike Cernovich, you're technically a lawyer. Sadly enough,
I think I
pick
came
up on it.
I think I came up with a solution that would fix every internet problem out there, though.
Yeah.
If we could somehow figure out a way to get the CEOs of all these tech companies to worship Magog, everything will be okay.
That'd be a good way to do it, for sure. For sure.
You need to let presidential candidates. Yeah, you need to let presidential candidates have sex with young children in your pizza shop. But I think we can make it happen. So,
one in your pizza shop.
One deep state, deep state Jew to another.
Hell yeah, I will. Drinking so much dirty that my piss turning black. Yo, she ain't drinking piss. Yo, that bitty so whack. Yo, legs will be dripping with piss.
All right. Anyway, so I think we're good. I think we're pretty good.
By the way, everyone, that was Sad World. You need to go and sub to Sad World. That way you can experience that. If you have a SoundCloud account and you've ever listened to a rapper with a face tattoo and you're not subscribed to this channel, there is no excuse for you.
DJ Young Piss is the most fire fucking thing you'll ever hear since Princess Vitara and Nigerian Pussy, all right? That's some fly fucking fire ass shit. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I don't think there's any more show. Is there any more show? Do we have any more show?
I always got plenty more.
I don't know. Are we out of show?
I think we're out of show. I don't know. I think we're out of show.
I can do things,
actually, but I could whip my dick out.
I already dislocated my jaw, so I'm out of tricks.
Hannah Heart says, "We live in a country." Magog of Morskar, 2018, circa YouTube scenes.
Oh, can somebody? Yeah, can somebody please get us that in that Kaepernick black and white photo version with a Nike symbol?
Yes! Oh my God! Please, we need a black and white Magog face with "We live in a country." Yes, we need that.
I'm gonna do my own. I'm gonna set up my camera and do like a real makeup and everything, like the real close-up shot. I'm gonna put it out there and let people caption it however they want.
Nah, we live in a country.
Yeah, we live in a country, even if you have to die in it.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't wait for the ones that are like, the little symbol at the bottom of Magog's face there, and it just says ass rape.
Yeah, this will be nice.
It's coming too.
Ass rape.
This will be nice too, because we'll be like short on content. We'll just start like pouring over like the Magog Kaepernick memes. Be like, we're gonna kill this Kaepernick meme here. That's right, suck it, PewDiePie. Yeah,
right.
That's why
I'm
India's
excited. The next time I come
down.
on Saints, maybe I'll the new studio.
Oh,
and I'll have a big green screen wall, and I'll have all kinds of things up there.
Oh, dude.
So things are getting excited.
I'll have a big ass green screen wall too. Like it'll be back behind there when I finally get around to it. I'm not using this drop cloth anymore. I'm excited.
And I personally promise that next time y'all get on here with big ass green screens, we still ain't gonna have no show. It'll be great.
Make sure and go and sub to Stephen Carl Stephenson, and of course,
and get your friends too, and get your friends too, and get their friends too.
You're already subscribed to Magog of Morskar, but in case you aren't, you should fucking do it, because where the fuck have you been? Anyway, we have been your YouTube Saints. We'll see you guys on Wednesday, unless we decide we're gonna do a show on Monday. We'll see for the midweek, but otherwise, what's your goodbye, Magog?
Yes, rape.
There we go. Good night, everybody.